Well, the first count of mail-in ballots is done, and it did have an impact on the election here in Saskatchewan. For more on the week that was, I'm joined by our provincial affairs reporter, Adam Hunter. Interesting week, as we expected.
Yeah, Sam, it feels like we should have just stayed on the set for the last 4 or 5 days waiting for those mail-in ballots to trickle in. That would have been fun, filling some time. We've seen a couple of races flip since Monday night. Of course, we know in Saskatoon, Meewasin, Ryan Miley declared victory before the mail-in ballots were even made public on Wednesday, but it seems that after yesterday, Rylan Hunter, his opponent, I talked to him. He congratulated Ryan. He said there's no reason to drag this out till the second mail-in count on November 7th. So Ryan Miley is the winner in Saskatoon Meewasin. The other seat that flipped because of the mail-in ballots was also to the NDP, and that's in Regina University, where Alina Young knocked off the incumbent and cabinet minister Tina Beaudry-Miller. Beaudry-Miller posting a message on social media yesterday to Alina Young, who of course gave birth on the weekend and then won an election the following day, but needed those mail-in ballots to put her over the top. We're still waiting for two more official results, Sam. Now those could be decided really any time now. The Saskatchewan party in the lead in Saskatoon-Riversdale and in the lead in Regina-Pasqua. The margin for the NDP to make up, given the number of mail-in ballots that still could come in, and the margin of the lead for the Saskatchewan party, it makes it a very, very slim chance the NDP can flip those. Ryan Miley got about 60% of the mail-in ballots, a similar story for Alina Young, but the candidates in Pasqua and Riversdale would need much more than that to turn the tables. So it looks like we're going to have a 48-13 seats in the House, 48 for the Saskatchewan Party, 13 for the NDP, and that's the exact number it was last September when we last had a full House.
I know Halloween is top of mind for a lot of people right now, but these politicians do have business to contend with. What do we watch for next?
Yeah, the politicians don't have a ton of time for trick-or-treating or costumes over the weekend. They have to get to work. Scott Moe said this week that he's going to be busy. He's not waiting until that final count on November 7th, that he knows what his team will be. He expects to meet with his caucus anytime. We're expecting early next week, and then have a cabinet shuffle. The government's always really cagey about what that is and when that will be. They send a little note saying, be at Government House at this time. We know for sure there'll be one new cabinet minister because of that spot that's left by Tina Beaudry-Miller, but usually Brad Wall and Scott Moe have changed up, even when they've done small cabinet shuffles, maybe 2, 3, 4 changes. So could see some new faces in cabinet, some shifts around. It'll be interesting to see where the premier lands when he makes his choices. And then people can expect a short fall session where new bills are introduced. Some of the promises the government made over the election campaign, like home renovations, a break on your SAS power bill, those things will all go through here in the fall, and then we'll be done, of course, before Christmas. Usually there's a January, February break, and then we come back in March, and we'll get back on schedule, is my guess, with a spring budget in March. Of course, that was all thrown off by COVID-19 and by the election this fall.
Wow, that's a time warp for us. That's going to feel like tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be back to business as usual. It's going to be interesting to see also, Sam, how they handle COVID-19, whether they're going to have a full amount of MLAs in the House, whether they'll be masking inside the legislature. So we'll have to wait and see on those details.
All right, thanks for this, Adam.
You're welcome.